Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be budgeting for April. Things happening in April include spring break. I will have 2 weeks off of work. My husband will have 1 week off of work. So our spring breaks together will be the second week. The first week of April is I'll be home alone. And then the second week he joins me. So those things are happening, but we don't have any real major plans for April or for spring break. There is something on my personal to-do list literally every day, whether it's a meeting, not for work of course, but for business, or doctor's appointment, washing machine repair, training, XYZ, but we don't really have any real plans for April. So I'm sure we'll be frolicking and hanging out. However, we are catching a flight in April, though I realize it's a lot going on with airports and such, so we're supposed to catch a flight. We will see how that goes. That's not until the end of April, and we are going out of town for like a weekend basically, so we have that going on. But otherwise, that's pretty much all that April is going to bring as far as financial goals, tasks, and to-dos. Every month we aim to invest 15% of our paychecks, with the ultimate goal being to increase that. But naturally, I feel like that will take place as we get major salary increases or when we switch jobs. So as of now, we just kind of stick to the 15%, but the goal is to increase that. Of course, every month we want to pay our monthly credit card bill. Actually, fun fact, I just signed up for a Carnival credit card so I could get $200 off of the cruise that we booked this summer. So that's new. And then I also recently signed up for a Citi credit card. I don't know what took me so long, but I don't know if you have tussled with Ticketmaster for as long as I have, but for 15 years, I have been buying tickets and such off of Ticketmaster. And typically, if you have an Amex, which I have, or a Citi card, which I now have, you can get early access to tickets and deals and things like that. And so finally, I was just like, what's stopping me for signing up for a Citi card? So I signed up for a Citi card. I bought some tickets, paid off the credit card already, and I'm loving that for me. I feel like there used to be a lot of Amex deals and stuff through Ticketmaster, but now I feel like which is why I got the Amex card, but now I feel like they're all Citi cards. But not to worry, I will be able to get first dibs on tickets, whether it's Amex or Citi, moving forward, and I'm thrilled about that. We do have one credit card that we use regularly, which is a travel credit card, which is a Capital One Venture card, so we need to pay our bill in April. Also want to save $2,000, though I think we will save way more than that for reasons I will discuss momentarily. We want to complete, I should put that, instead of having it say random acts of kindness, I'm going to have it to say complete random acts of kindness. That's just something that's near and dear to me. So I want to do that. I am thinking about purchasing a hammock. It's on sale. So in reality, if I'm going to purchase it, I probably will purchase it now at the tail end of March. I didn't realize it was on sale and significantly cheaper until I randomly looked today. So that actually makes me want to purchase it now, but we'll see. My husband wants us to purchase curtains. We used to have panels outside on the patio to shield us from the sun. Hurricane Helene tore those all to heck. We need to book our Atlanta hotel. We are going to my husband's cousin's 50th birthday shenanigan, and we need to book our hotel for that. And I am thinking we can get, I haven't booked it yet because I'm thinking we will get it completely covered with credit card points. So far we can get the vast majority of it covered, but we'll see. When we get credit card points, we normally just use them and book them for concerts or comedy shows or whatever. So then we have to wait for them to rebuild, and they're currently rebuilding. I do feel like we'll be able to get the whole hotel costs covered. Also in April, we're supposed to catch a flight to a city where we are supposed to do this excursion. So we need to purchase excursion tickets. And then also I have on here purchase comedy show tickets. Thinking about going to a comedy show at the end of April. We'll see. Purchase Vegas flights. We are going to Vegas with our cousins for our annual cousins trip, and hotel is booked, but Google is telling me that the time to book flights is not now and that flight prices are currently high. So I've been waiting for those. So maybe we'll purchase them in April. If not, May. Technically the trip isn't until June. So we have some time in June to purchase them. We can purchase them at any moment. They're not actually that expensive now, but according to Google, the prices are still high and we could get them for even lower. So we're gonna see. Pay my medical bill. I do have an outstanding medical bill, but I also have an annual appointment with my PCP next week. So I'm just going to pay that bill while there. And then I'll also have to pay my copay while there. Schedule our tax appointment, which has to take place in April, before April 15th. And also to schedule the tax appointment. Well, schedule the tax appointment and then file the taxes rather. Pay for dog boarding because we're going out of town, and then of course schedule the OBGYN or book laser hair removal appointment, which are 2 tasks that continue to roll over typically from month to month because I do want to do them and they do cost money, but it's not mandatory that I do them like immediately, if that makes sense. That's that for our financial tasks, goals, and to-dos. As far as our monthly budget, which I have put together based on our financial tasks, goals, and to-dos. Our gym bill is going to come in hot, which is the first bill of the month, due on the 1st at $62. Our car payment is due on the 7th at $314.34. Our cable or Sling TV bill is due on the 10th at $45.99. Our electricity bill has already come in. It's due on the 9th at $187.06, which technically we're coming out of winter. So that is a little high, but I don't know, anything below like 300, 350 to me is not that big of a deal, but it is kind of high for the winter, but like not too bad. Car insurance is due on the 13th at $143 even. As you know, for years, we would pay our car insurance premiums in full every 6 months for a discount, but the finagling and finessing I was able to recently do with Progressive suggests that we aren't really going to save that much money for this period by paying in full, so we're paying monthly. For lawn/pest control, that's due on the 15th at $90 even. For our mortgage, that's due on the 15th at $1,685.18. Sirius XM, who I've recently had to tussle with, is due on the 18th at $9.99. They increased it to $11.99 without sending me any correspondence, of course. So I immediately acted like I was going to cancel, which I do every like 6 months. And I was offered basically the same entertainment package for $9.99. So in March, it's going to be $11.99, but in April, it's back to $9.99. Very annoying. Water/sewer, $19. Due on the 19th. I am just budgeting, I don't know. For March, it was $80.20. And I don't know, I'm just budgeting $80.20 for the next month, and the bill hasn't come in yet. It normally doesn't come in until the beginning of April, and I'm filming this and completing my budget at the end of March. So that being said, I'm just gonna budget what I budgeted for March, or what the bill was for March. And typically we pay the minimum amount that the city will charge us for water. Only maybe during the summer months, or when we're filling up our pool or something, like using excess water, does it fluctuate? So that's what we're going with. Internet is due on the 23rd at $90.30. Amazon Music due on the 25th at $10.99. Pet insurance, pet plan due on the 25th at $67.55. Security for our home due on the 26th at $57.14. Life insurance for the both of us due on the 27th at $42.19. Netflix is due on the 28th at $7.99. The last 2 categories include shopping and saving. We formulate our shopping budget by adding up what we project we will spend in any given month on like pleasantries. So our shopping could include like actually clothes shopping or shoe shopping or something, but we don't really do that. So it doesn't quite include that. It could, but it's not going to for April. So it's going to include our personal allowances. It's going to include dog treats, dog toys. It's going to include gas for our cars. It's going to include any shopping that we do out of town. It's going to include date nights. It's going to include groceries, any kind of eating out, any kind of pleasantries or miscellaneous spending. That's what shopping includes. Not clothes and shoes and purses and whatever, like not traditional shopping, just anything that we spend money on that's not a bill or a savings. That is going to leave a saving roughly $2,200. We budget based off of like $6,500 each month, and so that is the case for April. I am anticipating a tax refund actually, and then the governor actually approved a budget that would allow a significant bonus for state employees, particularly educators, in April. So like we're thinking it's allegedly going to happen April 15th, which would be my husband's first paycheck of the month because he is a state employee in Georgia. We're hoping for that. We're hoping for that and a tax refund. We're not going to budget off of that. It will be thousands of dollars, and I'm not sure about the tax refund. That could be a lot as well, if it is a refund. I'm thinking it is. We'll see. We will see about that. The tax refund and or the supplement is what it's called from the state would have us having a really high income month, so we'll see about that. Who knows? Otherwise, we are planning for 2 paychecks from my full-time job, 2 paychecks from my husband's full-time job, and then a mileage check. I will be reimbursed for, hopefully, reimbursed in March as well for a training that I recently purchased, because we get a certain minuscule amount per year to spend on trainings or professional developments or whatnot as licensed clinicians and professionals. So I used the last bit of that because I wanted to do it before the end of the school year when it expired, and I saw training that I would be interested in attending actually this week. So I went ahead and purchased the ticket for that. So I'm waiting for the reimbursement for that, which probably won't take place until April maybe. I don't know. I turned it in like last week. So we'll see. But that's kind of what we're looking like and what we are anticipating happen and what we anticipate happening in the month of April. That's pretty much it for our budget for April of 2026. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.